Hello everyone and welcome to Bevanized Bricks, and I'm just playing with one of my new toys right now. I got the sorting hat at Barnes & Noble while we were on vacation, and I thought it would be a little fun and also fitting because I am working on the Privet drive mock. I have added a few different things and I'm going back through and kind of modifying things as I go. Let me grab one of my lights so that way I can get a little better view for you guys as well. Hello everyone. Again, still trying to play around a little bit. I did get a little bit more work done today when I was off though. And I will be making a full in-depth video to show you guys what I've actually done. The next step, believe it or not, is I'm going to be doing a little lighting. That I will do off camera though. But I just wanted to kind of show you this before I start moving along any forward or further forward with anything else that I'm doing. Because I'm going to be doing 4 of these houses in a row. But just to kind of quickly show you what I've done, I added a porch light because I've been watching the Harry Potter movies and there is a porch light on every one of these houses. So I felt that that was very important. And then I've also added some of the plants and whatnot all the way around. And I've even done the plants down in the back. Now, just to touch on a few things, there is a wall that I found that is behind the entire house that separate all the houses. So what I'm going to actually have is when this abuts to the next plate behind it, the rest of the wall will be on that plate. But I've gotten really far. I'm really happy with how it's turning out, and I even have an interior because I know that's a big deal to a lot of people. So just to show you, and I am just doing a very basic interior, but I still wanted to show you guys anyway. Here is that interior, and I just knocked a piece off. It's easily fixed though. But anyway, this is Harry Potter's bedroom, and I did my own little bed. And this is the other bedroom for his step-parents, we'll call it. And then this is just like a little hallway to get up and around in those. And then you can even see through that window, I do have various Harry Potter themed things hanging on that wall. And I went as far as even doing the first floor interior as well. So just to show you that real quickly, I do have the landing. When you first walk in, we have a small staircase that goes up. I did a very small kitchenette area right in there, and then I used the living room space from the original Harry Potter set. And then I also added in this little space in here. This space back in here is, as most people know, this is like their little greenhouse or observatory, if you will. And that is quite simply all I'm going to be doing. I will be putting a light in the fireplace, a light on this, a light on the facade of the building, and I will also be placing a light upstairs in the bedrooms as well before everything is said and done. And to go even further, I just want to point out I love using Blinky Bricks products, and I'm going to be using these lights to go in front of these because, again, I've been watching the movie and trying to get as many intricate details as I can. And from watching that, there is a street light that should be in front of every other house, and that is the street lights I'm going to be using to accomplish just that. So I'm really happy now with where this particular mock is and how it's coming along. So much, in fact, I do want to also add that, as a lot of you know, I have a partnership with Paul Roos from Brick Addict. And he is working on instructions for this particular build as we speak, as it sits. So you can expect to find instructions for this build very soon, both on my Rebrickable page and also the Brick Addict site, because he will be selling this as a complete set as well, full with complete parts. And I'm also wanting to announce that I'm going into a partnership with Blinky Bricks as well. And I thought that was perfect timing because Blinky Bricks says now he wants to watch the movie again. And what I wanted to bring up is that Blinky Bricks is the main supplier for most of my lighting products. And we are going to be kind of cross-promoting and trying to help each other out. So I just want to do a real quick shout out to Blinky Bricks. And since he's here, I think it's perfect because he can answer your questions. And Paul Roos is also in the chat room if you have any questions for them. As again, Paul Roos is my instruction maker, and he will be selling this as a complete set if you would like to buy this as a complete set very soon. And Blinky Bricks is the person you want to talk to light this up. And I'm going to be lighting it up very soon. So what we will be doing is for future mocks as I go, what we're going to be trying to do is when I design something, I'm going to give Blinky Bricks a list of the lighting products that I specifically use for a certain design, for example, and Blinky Bricks will be able to package those and sell them to you guys as well. So that way you know exactly what I'm doing and you can make it look just like mine. And together, the three of us, I think, are going to make a great team, and I'm hoping they all agree as well. Now that I've rambled on for a few minutes, I also do want to point out real quickly that I will be updating my website very soon, just as Blinky Bricks and Paul Roos, which again is Brick Addict, will be updating their websites as well to show a lot of the changes that we have coming. But real quickly, Art Claxton, Sean D, Paul Bot, Jim G, Bosner, Art Claxton, Lego Fire Guy, hello to New Jersey, my friend. Bozer Ocknell, Philippe, hey. Prius, I hope I'm saying that correctly. Aaron DeLilo, I am doing great, and thank you so much, guys. And Paul, I don't know if he can share it, but let me get it for you real quick. Give me 1 second. I thought I had it open already. Give me 1 second, and I will share the link because I'm not 100% positive that Paul can. I think he can, but let me just double check it. So just so if anybody is interested, here is the link for my associate, Paul Roos from Blinky Bricks. Or I'm sorry, from Brick Addict. And then I'm also going to share with you guys Blinky Bricks website as well, because I do want to make sure you can all find him also. Because again, we are all working together now, and we're going to be doing a lot of great things. And I hope you guys are all as excited about all this information as I am. And I'm going to be sharing Blinky Bricks link now as well. And there we go. So if you guys are interested at all, those are the two newest partners for Bevan's Bricks, and we're going to be having a lot of fun, I think. Besides just me wearing a sorting hat. Okay, Paul did get it posted. Your studs are showing. How the heck are you? I dig 222. Happy Friday, everyone, and happy Friday to you, my friend. And thank you so much, Brick Sergeant, for that awesome donation. That was extremely kind of you, my friend. And I hope you're doing well also. Now, for me to continue building on the way that I've been trying to build on and that I want to build on, I've got to rip this far end piece off. But again, if you have any questions for Paul Roos or Blinky Bricks, please, they are both in the chat room. Please feel free to ask them any questions that you may have. What's on the plan for tonight's stream? I am going to be working on adding the next building, and I'm also going to be upgrading this building to match this one as well. Now that I have the full plan and the full idea, and I'm happy and excited and ready to go. And Brick Sergeant, I don't know how long you've been in here. I just want to point out, because it was you that actually brought that to my attention. Even though the original set was that way, you're right, it looked horrible. And I did change the stairs. So now the stairs are actually going away from the window. It's not blocking it in. And then I do have the kitchen in view in the back window. So really happy about some of the changes that I've done. And Paul, shut up. The trip was good, John. It really was. It was long. Let me say that. It was very long, but it was a good trip. They were extremely happy with the build that I actually delivered to them. And they already are looking at me adding another build coming very soon. So Commission Jobs Are Us is basically my new name now, is how I basically look at it anyway. But that's a good thing, because that's going to keep me busy, and it might help to get me to where I can actually start trying to do this as a full-time thing, which is my goal, to be perfectly honest. I would love to start doing nothing but Lego full-time. And you are more than welcome, Philippe. There, now you can harass me. And thank you for the $2 donation, Paul. But like I said, again, I think we're going to have a great partnership, and I think you guys are going to see a lot of amazing things. Something else I want to grab, because I don't want to keep using all my green plates. So give me one moment. What I'm going to start doing as I build stuff from now on, I'm going to start using black more than anything. As in one of my recent Lego hauls, the last Lego haul of last year. Most of you guys should have seen that I just bought 4,000 black plates. And because that's what my intention is, that's what I'm going to start using underneath all of my buildings. So the first thing I want to do is rip this back off. Yes, it would be a dream come true, my friend. I absolutely 100% agree with you. I would love to be able to do this full time, because to me it's already enjoyable, but to be able to do it as a job, I can't imagine. And because me and the wife, we've been working so hard to pay off a lot of different bills and whatnot, I am almost 100% debt free. And with that being said, it would be a lot easier for me to take that plunge if the opportunity seems as though it's going to arise. And it's slowly starting to become a reality, I think. So I'm hoping this will be a full-time gig soon, both the YouTube portion and me doing custom builds for other customers as well. Yes, it is a pay to harass channel. First thing again is I want to rip all these off, because I want to save these. And I am not ripping that guy up. Get up there. Absolutely, Aaron. I couldn't agree more. My thing is it's kind of like this. You know, I've been working for the last, well, I've worked for the last 30 plus years already. And initially, I was supposed to have a retirement for my last job, and my last job stuck it to me, because I should be retiring in 2 years. I would have already had 30 years had that company not went belly up on me. And I'm tired of working for other people. You know, it's what a lot of people say is, or what I personally say, let me put it this way. I'm tired of building everybody else's dream. I want to build my own dream. And it's kind of funny, because I want to work with Lego, so that makes better sense. But that is where I'm kind of at, and I'm trying to make it a reality by pushing really hard. Let me grab a few parts that I need, and I will be right back. I have my 2x2s here, but I need my 4x4 black plates, and I need my 2x4 bricks. Which, that's something else I'm really excited about. For those of you that do not know, Eccentric Bricks is building me a custom build Lego table, and he says it's moving along really well, so I can't wait to finally see that also. No, I agree, John. because green, it's just, don't get me wrong, I have a couple thousand of every color that I use, but black is the cheapest one to buy. So I thought, you know what, I'll tile in the first floor anyway, so you'll never notice it. And it's like, why keep using up my green on the bases? So that's what's kind of promoting this change, if you will. Because I don't want to keep wasting all my green parts. The green is what I need for grass and stuff. Absolutely, Aaron, that is the key to life. And I'm slowly coming to the realization that, you know what, material things don't really quite matter as much as they used to. Having the brand new car all the time and all that, I've slowly been dwindling on a lot of different things. And, you know, there's a lot of peace of mind that comes from not having all those crazy bills. Let me just say that. G. Williams says, went to a secondhand Lego store and found 2 very rare parts worth about $6 a piece in their Lego bins. That's awesome, man. Anytime you can find a nice, rare, good part, that's always amazing. Always a good thing. Do you know what parts specifically, or how to describe them, I guess I could say, in the stream anyway? It'll be a total of 4 houses in a row, if that's what you were asking, Rob. I want to mimic actual Privet Drive, and the actual Privet Drive has 4 of these houses all set right next to each other. That's awesome. You got the Imperial Star Destroyer set. Very nice. And hello, a Lego brick. How are you? No, like I said, it's I guess my other thing is I know I'm going to hear a comment out of Paul for this, but I'm not getting any younger, and again, it's making me more and more realize that I'm just tired of working for the man, tired of working for all these huge businesses and the aspect of being there punching the clock every day. And sitting out here in my barn is just so much more relaxing, and it feels so much more rewarding because I'm doing something that to me is, number one, peaceful, relaxing, enjoyable. So why not try and do it full time? And what we are doing is just the quick, basic, easy layout of the mills plates. Right now, I'm just trying to get my base going. And I will be, just to point out, I will be lighting these up as well, but I'm not going to be doing it right away. I just, honestly, I don't know if Blinky Bricks is still in the chat or not, but I just ordered a bunch of parts from him to do exactly that, to light up the street. Oh, it's amazing therapy, because it's, you know, it's funny, I am not a patient person. My wife would be the first one to tell you or agree with me on that. And building with Lego, because people always, that's one of the first things they say is you must be a very patient person to be able to build all the things I build and whatnot. And I always laugh because my wife will tell you I am one of the most impatient people she's ever seen. But there's just something about Lego that it's, like Paulbot just said, it's very soothing, very relaxing, very, it takes my mind off a lot of different things. Because I'm one of those people where my mind is constantly working. And Bree Tucker, hey, how are you? And thank you so much for that amazing donation. He said to taking risks and chasing dreams. He donated $50. Dude, that's amazing. Thank you so much. That was very kind of you, to say the least. But it's just, there's something about it. It soothes me, is the best way I can describe it. It's very, very soothing to me. And the other thing that I always try to remind people, and tell people anyway, is when it comes to Lego, another one of the biggest reasons, and again, I can't believe you just donated $50, man. That's freaking awesome of you. Again, thank you so much. But what I was going to say is another one of the things with this that I always loved about Lego, because I do woodworking and other things as well, but I've never had anything like this, like Lego, where you could physically build something, and if you don't like it, you can rip it apart and you can reuse every single piece. Where if I'm doing woodwork and things of that nature, that is not the case. You mess up with wood, you messed up. Rob says it's the same for him, very relaxing. Mr. Brain Deed says, are you going to do houses? I was debating that, Mr. Brain Dead. Because I watching the movie, and it's funny because I put the very first movie in, and watching the very first movie, there is houses on both sides. So I'm almost thinking that I need to build a total of 8 of these, is my thought process. Let me get this part for over here. We can put that nice little piece in here. And before I get too carried away, let me start building this portion of the house real quick first. Nope, they are literally built together, so nothing in between the houses at all. No space between the houses. They are slammed right next to each other. Oh, I definitely agree with that, Aaron. Lego is definitely the best engineering brick out there. I totally agree with you. There we go. So there you can see 2 of them already together. Oh God, you gotta watch Harry Potter, buddy. You cannot watch my build and not have watched Harry Potter. You've gotta watch Harry Potter. You gotta go watch it now, John. I mean, you have to leave now. Go watch Harry Potter. I'm telling you. So that's what. So you don't get this reference either, then, because this is the Sorting Hat from Harry Potter. And then he even talks. But that is from Harry Potter also. It's one of the toys I bought while we were down in Texas. We got that at Barnes & Noble. I don't need any more windows yet. And I don't need the chains. Oh, I see where I put them. Well, they're kind of detached, but like I said, again, in the movie, they are actually built together. That's why I'm trying to mimic that as much as possible. And I need my brown window frame. Oh no, the Diagon Alley mock. Here's kind of my goal to kind of give you an idea of what I'm trying to do. Diagon Alley, for me anyway, is going in the city. So let me say that first. But it's going to be going in the city in a different location because I'm trying to kind of subtly have the Harry Potter stuff throughout my city. I am going to have Diagon Alley, but Diagon Alley is going to be built in a bunch of buildings. So when you look between the buildings, Diagon Alley will actually be the alleyway between the buildings. So that is something that is definitely getting added also. I do want to point that out, but it's not going to be added just yet anyway. Yes, you got to have chains. For this particular build, you got to have chains. Because they have the little, again, in front of all the houses, the front yard's chained in. So that's what that's specifically about. Now we can bring this guy over. I want to get some 1x2s. Oh, I got them right here. Look at that. It's like I planned it. So we can just do that. That's going to go there. And now I got to fill. I need a piece here. Absolutely, and thank you. Yeah, my plan is to try and do stuff that people have never done before, which is what I typically do when I try to do builds. Is I always try to keep everything as unique, different, and original as possible. And to me, this was, I felt, one of the best ways to possibly do that. And this is going to need to be bricked all the way. I honestly have no idea. When you're asking about prices, I'm sorry. I'm horrible at trying to keep track. After Paul Roos makes the instructions, I would be able to give you a much better idea because then he can tell you exactly how many pieces it is. The thing I do want to point out is when I do instructions, they are typically also including the mills plate, and the mills plate already has an additional 128 pieces. Just building the plate itself, one house will fit on one mills plate. But to try and give you a specific number, I know it sounds horrible, but I really have no idea. I just build whatever I like, and I don't worry about the part count. I can tell you that I bought, you could probably do, if you bought 2 Privet Drive houses, you could make one of the ones that I made. There would be enough parts to make one of the ones that I made, but you wouldn't be able to make the gazebo that I have on the back of this made the way that I did. So that would be the difficult portion of the build, I guess you could say. If I had to just throw out a guess as to how much I have here part-wise, we'll say each building is probably 600 pieces, and I'm just throwing out a number. This is not an exact number. So cost-wise, we'll say $200 to $300 to build it yourself. And again, those are rough estimates, just kind of shooting from the hip. I don't want to say that's an exact number. I'm with you, Paul. I love all things Harry Potter. To me, it's very, I don't know, it's really interesting to say the least, though. At least I personally find Harry Potter extremely interesting. And I know not everybody does, and not everybody ever will. So, I mean, I get that. But I find it extremely fascinating. And I need... because we decided last night that that piece was better. Giant spiders. Yeah, I can see why that would be a problem. I am not a spider fan either, so I'm totally with you, man. I feel you on that. Definitely feel you. Do not like spiders at all. Any way, shape, or form. Get on there. Get in my belly. TGIF, Kip, how are you? Paul Roos says his daughter too, as far as the spiders. A Lego Brick says, also, I want to thank you for your videos. I've been following you for a moment now, and thanks to you, I'm about to start my own Lego city. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. There's a lot of joy in this. At least to me, there's a lot of joy in building a Lego city. Not everybody will agree, but I personally feel that you'll find no better joy than building your own Lego city. And let me do that differently. There's just something very cool and interesting about building your own Lego city. And part of it, I guess, is because, well, it's like the Lego commercials. Trying to remember the exact words that they use. I'm drawing a blank. Is it just build? Or build a better world. That's it. That's Lego's motto, is build a better world. And they're right. Why not? Build a better world, man. Yes, sending me a rubber spider in a box is a bad idea. Although I could... well, I don't know. When I first open it up, it might freak me out. Butters here 89 says, this is content I come here for. This is going to be a great look on Privet Drive. And thank you so much, Butters here 99. No, feel free to repost your question. Ian Steven Lenzen. And I know I just butchered your name, and I apologize. What I generally try to tell people, if I miss something, I mean, feel free to do something again, send it again, but it's generally, if you want your question read, the best way to do that is by doing a super chat, because then it's easier for me to notice, because the chat rooms do get rather large sometimes. I need to grab another piece. Because with the modifications that I have done, I am now trying to make sure I add the downpipe and all that as well, as I feel that looks a lot better. Absolutely, just let the imagination run away. That's awesome, Brick Sergeant. Very cool. You got your first modular coming, the bookstore. That's an awesome set. You're really going to like it. Make the world a better place. I like that. That's a good thought process, Anthony. What was I needing to grab? Oh. This is for the doorbell portion. Yes. Just making sure I'm doing the right piece in the right spot. And Ronnie Cassels, thank you so much. He says Lego time and did a $55 donation. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you. I am trying to figure out what part I want to use here. So that's the door knocker. And that's something else I was thinking about doing. Bert says, hi there, love the stream. Really great to see that you're a Harry Potter guy too. Greetings from Belgium and greetings to Belgium, and thank you so much for joining. John says, only Daryl's orders come in a huge box. The problem with the prices, a Lego brick, is that they are slowly climbing. And when I say that the prices are slowly climbing, I must have put that back. I know at the first of the year, and I'm sure I would like to think that you've probably noticed this as well. At the first of the year, though, Lego did do a price increase, so that is part of the problem in and of itself. Just kind of putting that out there for you. That prices did increase, period, in the story, sadly. But it's the nature of the beast, unfortunately. They do keep going up. And it's because, inflation. Everything's going up, unfortunately. I love Boba Fett. Totally agree with you. Ivan Valens donated $1, and thank you so much, Ivan. I appreciate that. Oh, there's the comment. He says, do you have any tips for dealing with warping? I'm on a Mills plate about 20 bricks up, and I'm already noticing things aren't lining up at the top. Let me ask you this. When you say you're doing a Mills plate, are you doing a Mills plate road? The reason that I'm asking you that is the typical Mills plate, you're fine. And as you build up, you shouldn't have a warpage problem. But here's where the problem comes in when you're going into large buildings. Quite simply, I need to grab some more parts. Quite simply, when you start getting or building large builds, and if you're using like 1x2 bricks, for example, after you get to a certain point, they'll start to pull and warp. And it's because the tolerances of a 1x2 are considerably different from that of, say, a 1x12. So I'll give you an example. If you were to build a Mills plate road just on a 10x10, you will notice that it's a little shorter and there will be a little bit of warpage if you're using 1x2s. If you're using 1x12s, you won't notice any warpage at all. And again, it's because of the tolerances of the pieces. So to avoid warpage when doing large builds, I always recommend building with larger pieces, because if you're building with nothing but 1x2s, you are going to discover some warpage of the part, unfortunately. And sadly, there's really no cure for it, unfortunately. I wish I could give you something better to say other than it's just something that kind of occurs. This is the same thickness I always do Mills plates, so I'm not sure what your question is there, Paul Bot. A Grand Emporium, Paul Roos? That's awesome. Mayo, the price increase, if I remember correctly, it was 10% at the first of the year. You dig it? Picked up one for $800, the Grand Emporium? Ouch. I understand it, though. They are an expensive set because they are a retired set. I never grabbed my... Oh, they're there. I didn't grab my bag of parts. But that is one of those sets that, unfortunately, it is a bit expensive. Actually, I'm going to put in my glass too instead of waiting. Keep moving everything so I can see the screen. Here it is. Figure why wait till the end? Let's just put the glass in now. You could try that to straighten it out. I'm not sure that'll 100% work. Again, if you're doing it for a road, I mean, you could try it, but I'm not going to promise it'll work. If you're doing it for a road, that might work or might help you, yes. But I can't promise that it'll help you. Typically, like I said, I always try to recommend to people to use larger builds or larger pieces. And that's why, like when I'm doing skyscrapers, I'll give you an example. I start using big windows and stuff like this. And part of that is to try and avoid that warpage situation. That's an amazing deal, Paul. That's like a beyond amazing deal. Yeah, the old modular buildings, some of them are pretty high priced. To say that they're pretty high priced is probably the understatement of the year. Because the reality is they're very high priced. Any of the retired ones. And, you know, a lot of that is quite simply because people want you to pay the piper because they've sat on it and they want a markup on it. I kind of get it. And part of the reason it's so expensive, because you'll find some sets, once they discontinue, they don't go up as much as others. And the reason being with some of those cases, I'll give you a prime example. The Greengrocer and the Corner Cafe are two of the highest markup buildings that I'm aware of anyway out there. And part of that reasoning is because a lot of the pieces that are in those two specific sets are, quite frankly, not made anymore. And that's why those fetch such a pretty penny. And you are absolutely right, Paul Bot. The best way to get the old retired sets is by far just parting them out. And what I tell people for the really expensive sets, like the Greengrocer that I was just bringing up, is substitution of parts. The same situation applies to the cafe corner. Because that is an expensive set as well. I need one more. Oop, wrong color. Corner cafe, cafe corner, hish hosh, pish posh. Somebody's trying to split hairs, I see. One, two. Do I want to do... Let's put that there instead. Yeah, I like that better. Now, thank you, Ronnie. And thank you, a Lego Brick. Says I'll be waiting for your next video. And I didn't want that. I want that there, and then that. There we go. How's it going, Dave Beatty? I hope you're having a great day, my friend. Dave Beatty says, I just bought the blue grocer off a fellow lug member this afternoon. The blue grocer. Is that the market? You talking about the marketplace or Market Street set, Dave? Supposed to be stock, except that he substituted sand blue for the green. But it only cost him $2.50. That was a good deal. I will have to check that out, Bert. I did not know that. 12 picket post close. Brickshire's is actually. I will have to look that up. Definitely have to look that up. Let me get a few more parts. Oh, I got you. Okay, so it's the green grocer just done in green or blue. I got you. Well, that's the biggest thing I always tell everybody as far as the green grocer goes. If you want to build that set, that is the best way to do it, is just to substitute parts. Another way that I've seen it done, Dave, is quite simply, instead of doing the sand green with, because it's 36 of the 1x2 brick with that little slot in it. What I've seen a lot of different people do, and to me it actually turns out pretty well. I've seen a lot of different people take that and build it out of sand green parts instead, and that actually really turns out really well also. No, you're absolutely right. Not buying the minifigs is another way to save the money. To me, the minifigs aren't that big of a deal, but that is, if you're trying to get the whole set, you're absolutely right. That would cost a small fortune to try and do if you're trying to get those pieces also. So that's something you definitely don't want to have to do, because that will drive the price up. That's awesome, Greg. He says if the crane doesn't come in, he's going to start on assembly square tomorrow. I need to put mine back together. I'm keeping my original, because I have the assembly square, and I have all the buildings separated and they're made into individual buildings. But I have another assembly square that I intend on putting back together. When I say put it back together, I'm going to be building it in original, because my goal is to try and build every building in my city to its original form, except for my brick bank and my cafe corner. Or corner cafe, and the reason is because I don't want to rip those two buildings apart. I like how they look as they are, but I want to get all the original buildings in my city, and then I will also make modifications of the buildings as I go as well. And I need, let's see, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's where it comes forward. 8. Trying to make sure I've got all my numbers correct. And I want another door. Oh, I agree. I love Diagon Alley, and I need to put mine together. Something else I will say too, though, is because when I do my Diagon Alley, I have the original Diagon Alley as well that has gringotts in it, and I'm going to be building that into my Diagon Alley also. Paul Roos says you... Okay, I got it. Paul has the original Diagon Alley. Okay. See, I have both, and I want to combine them. Is kind of my goal anyway, is to try and combine them. I just want to point out as well, real quickly, I do have a membership program on my channel for anybody that is interested. And I have 3 levels of membership. I have silver, or I have bronze, silver, and gold. And with that, bronze is... I'm trying to build and think at the same time, and it doesn't work that well. Bronze membership is $1.99 a month, and it gives you limited access to my Discord group. Silver is $4.99, and it gives you full access to my Discord group. And then the last level of membership I have is gold, and that is $19.99. And that you get full access to my Discord group, plus you get 1 free instruction every single month. And I still need to post all that information for you guys, because this month's free upload is my security checkpoint. When do I think this will be full-time? I'm not sure. If I can see my numbers continue to grow, when I get there, I'll get there. I really wish I could give you a set time and frame. My channel has been growing extremely slowly. I think by the time I hit around 40 to 50,000 subscribers, maybe I would be possibly willing to quit. But I'm not 100% sure. I need to see the revenue from that amount of people being subscribed. So I'm gonna say that as a possible number. If I hit 50,000, I think that's when I might actually quit and try and go full time. Yes, I do intend on doing a Bevanized daily bugle. It's just I kind of got sidetracked doing this build before I left for Texas to do my delivery of the commission job that I did. And seeing as how I was already doing that, I wanted to finish doing this particular portion, at least this half of the street. What I may do is just do this one half and then come back and do another half at a later date. And was that 3 windows on the back? Yes. Okay. There's 3 windows here, so I need this. And thank you, Aaron. I appreciate that. So that's the biggest problem, is just getting your channel to grow. And with Lego, it's really hard. And what I mean by it's really hard is there are so many different Lego channels out there. It's really hard to get discovered by people, because with the sea of Lego channels, it's hard to get noticed because there's so many to try and search through to find people, which makes it really, really hard to get noticed in the Lego community. But I figure if I keep trying to push ahead and push on like I have been doing, at some point, I would like to think anyway, something's going to give. And that's what I'm hoping for anyway. Yes, Bevanized is something that my members came up with. And I actually have a t-shirt that says it too. But if you go to the Urban Dictionary, the definition of Bevanized is in the Urban Dictionary as well. And I thought that was really, really cool to see that. So if you're curious of what the Bevanized meaning is, go to the Urban Dictionary and it will give you the official meaning of Bevanized. Thank you so much, guys. And again, I just want to point out for anybody and everybody, because I know a lot of people are here right now, and if you like my instructions and if you like the way I do my lighting, Paul Roos, which is the person that just said please smash that like button, is the man of the hour. He is the one that does my instructions for me. So if you have any questions or you're wanting to know when something might become a set at some point, he would be the man to ask, guys, because he is my instruction maker. Yep, it is in the Urban Dictionary. Bevanized. And I have to say that made my day when I saw that. That it was in the Urban Dictionary. Yes, if you go to the Urban Dictionary and type in Bevanized, and you will see it in the Urban Dictionary. Tis not a joke. And hello, Chevy Camaro, how are you? Hope you're having a good day. I am trying to kind of fly through this one. One and a two. Let's go ahead and put one on that side too. I think that'll make that look better. I like it. Yes, yes. But anyway, what I started to say, and then I kind of traced off thinking about stuff. After I get this portion of Privet Drive all set and put together, that is most likely my next project is to Bevanize the Daily Bugle, because that was something I do have a bunch of parts already for it. I already have kind of a plan in my head of what I want to do for it, so that will be coming very soon, hopefully. No, I do not have a cloud set, sorry. Thank you, Aaron. He says, I hope you get 1 million subs. That, my friend, would be that would be a godsend. That would be a complete blessing. That would be amazing, is what that would be. I need to get brown doors for the front and rear. You know, to me, being successful with YouTube, my opinion anyway of being successful with YouTube would be hitting 100,000 subscribers. That to me would be astounding. So even that mile marker, I would be totally blown away by, because to me that is doing something, hitting a 100,000. Then I would get a play button, which would totally freaking make my day. It's pretty cool, huh? Great. Yeah, I was pretty happy when I saw that myself. I was like, no way, I'm in the Urban Dictionary. It's like, how freaking cool is that, you know? Not many people can say they're in the Urban Dictionary. I can. Oh, I personally don't see 1 million subs ever. I could be wrong though. I mean, Jang Bricks did it. He has been doing it longer than anybody too though, so you do have to give credit where credit is due, and that man has been doing it a very long time. So I totally see why him of all people has 1 million subscribers. But either way, I would be tickled if I could get it as well. And that did not... Do I want to do that? Yeah, we'll do that. What the heck? I'll put this one there. If I went full time though with YouTube, it wouldn't just be my Lego channel either though. I would do a multitude of channels. I already have a second channel that I play around with on occasion. And, oh, I didn't have that piece on there. That's my Bevan's Builds channel. It's where I do some home repair stuff and whatnot. And the funny thing about that particular channel, I never intended that channel to do anything, but I'm already over 9,000 subscribers on a channel that I hardly post anything on. And I would spend and focus a lot more time even on channels like that as well, to try and help me grow and things. So if I was able to go full time, it would be easier to multi-focus on things, I guess is what I'm kind of trying to say. Diagon, now he has a good channel. He has a very good channel. The other one, I don't know. Just call it that way. But Diagon, I can agree with why he's where he's at. Yeah, I need one more brown door, and I need another one of those. Good evening, Pilo. How are you? Awesome, Paul. That would be fantastic. And for those of you that are wondering what Paul Roos, which is the owner-operator of Brick Addict, I just want to point that out. What he's referring to is all of my sets, anything that you see on my Rebrickable page. Paul Roos is going to be my official set seller. So anytime you see a set, one of my instructions that you like, and you'd like to purchase it as a completed set, that'll be where you go. And what he's saying is by this next weekend, he should have every single mock that I'm just going to leave it separated for now. He should have every single mock instruction that we currently have available and up will be available on the site by next weekend. So if you're interested in buying a complete set of an instruction, that'll be the place to get it, is Brick Addict. And I did post that, and I just want to post that again. That was for anybody that missed it. This is the link for Brick Addict. If you want to buy instructions, complete sets, or anything, you can check out that site. You can also buy my instructions on my Rebrickable site. I do want to point that out as well. But if you want to buy it as a complete set, you definitely want to check out Brick Addict. And if you want lighting products, like I always tell everybody, the lighting products that I like to use is Blinky Bricks. So if you want to do Blinky Bricks, here is the link for the lighting products that I use. He does some amazing products there as well. And while I'm at it, I might as well do Rebrickable. That way you can have all forms of media and everything that you would like to see. Yeah, Matt, and it's funny because I wonder where he got that idea to build a barn. Kind of sitting in one. No worries, Paul. I totally understand. We'll get it going, man. That's no worries, Greg. Feel free to plug them again. I was just trying to throw a few out there. Well, it actually, well, I'm just gonna leave it alone. Doesn't matter. Where did my 1x2s? 1 by there they are. Want that. And now we can start doing the second floor. I need to do that piece. Just got to do the next floor, and with that, trying to remember what. Oh, I didn't make that one open. Oh, I got to rethink for a minute. Let's see, that was 2x2s, and stair is right here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need a 6. And then a 4. Which I think what I'm gonna do. Straight across. 2, 3, 4, 5. Or do I want to do it that way? I want a 2x4, I think. I want a 2x4. That'll go there, because that's where my stairwell goes. What I need. There we go. Now I'm cooking with Crisco. No, I did not meet up with anybody Lego-wise on my trip, unfortunately. I didn't have the time. That doesn't look right. That's got to come. There we go. No, because we kind of got in and out of town rather quickly, and part of the reasoning for that is it was just like last year. sadly, is we were trying to, because we left a day early to beat the storm there, and then we left a day early to come home to beat the storm coming home. Because there was a storm that was supposed to blow through Indianapolis and then also here. The storm here wasn't bad. The storm in Indianapolis, I'm not sure, but it was supposed to storm there, I thought, today. So that was kind of our rush to fly through. So we literally only spent a day and a half in Houston. How big can you go with this mock? You can make it as big as you want. My intention is to go 4. But, I mean, anybody could do it however they prefer. There is no set limit. In the movie, what it boils down to is the actual street that these houses are in, or on, I should say. The actual street that these houses are on, there's only 4 of these in a row, and that's why I'm building just 4 of them. But if you wanted to go bigger or whatever, you could do that, because in the movie these houses are actually built to where it looks like there's about 10 or 12 of them on each side of the road. It's not just 4, and they use the magic of photography or whatever it is they do to make it look like there's a whole bunch of them. But again, there's only 4 of these on the actual house itself, or road itself. Setting up a display like that generally does not take me that long. I want to say it was 4 hours to unload, set up, and then leave. So that's one good thing, because the way that I build these when I do them for delivery, I build everything on a Mills plate, obviously, which is how I even build for myself. And by building it on a Mills plate, I am able to take the entire section, like if this was going to be for a display for somebody, I can take this entire piece and then I make a box to go around it, so that way it's protected. And what I do is I also wrap it with saran wrap. So once I get there, all I have to do is open the box, cut off the saran wrap, and then quite simply just place any pieces that might have gotten damaged, broken, knocked off, whatever, in the process of the drive, and walk away. And then I also have to plug in, obviously, all the lighting and such as well. Did I have fun on the trip? Oh, the drive there and the drive home sucked. Being there wasn't bad, so that was fun. We went to a really good restaurant. We went to 3 different malls. I cannot believe how many malls they have in that city, because we did not see them all. We stayed in a very nice hotel, I have to say. But yeah, all in all, I mean, if you take away the drive portion of it, it was a fun trip. The drive is what sucked. Yes, go big or go home. You actually got it. And I tell you what they say about Texas, which is everything's bigger in Texas. That a truer statement could not be said. I wonder what it is with the bots. We've been getting more and more bots lately. So I'm assuming that's what that is a bot. And now where are they there? Yes, delivery and setup was all part of the bid process. So yes, they did pay for delivery and setup. No, when I price out everything for a job of this nature, that is all part of the project. I need the 1x1s. You know, if they weren't willing to pay for delivery and setup, I wouldn't do it. Or the option would be they'd have to come and pick it up from me. And was not an option to them. So far it's not been an option for anybody. And part of the reasoning for that is quite simply, most places are kind of afraid to buy something like this, to have it set up, and they're afraid that it could get destroyed in transit, which it can, and that's why they want me to actually be there for the setup and display. So if there's any issues, I am physically there to take care of any problems that may have arisen during the packaging process. So that's where it stops. No, I won't have a Chinese style section in my city, but I do intend on building for lack of a better term, an island, basically away from the city, surrounded by water, that will be Ninjago themed, if you will. I am just trying to eyeball where I want. I didn't do that one that way. I did. Where's my 6x6? I must have already used it. No, that's definitely something I would do again. And what is, let's see. Oh, that's where I'm messing up. That needs to be that. Now, if I do that, bear with me while I'm trying to figure out my sizing. That'll work now. That goes there. We need a 2x4. There we go. Now I got my rough sizing down. I think, anyway. Rob says, I'm looking at having a Monkey Kid shelf. See if the City of Lanterns will fit. To me, I think that set, the City of Lanterns, would look amazing set up with the Ninjago sets. Is the City of Lanterns, correct me if I'm wrong, the new Monkey Kid set? Because that's one of those sets I'm definitely going to be adding to my collection. I really like the look of that set a lot. do believe I have this straightened out now. What's 30 minutes later? Rita, yes, it can be an extreme nightmare. What ends up happening a lot of times, because I don't always know exactly what I'm going to need, because how I work and how I design things, everything's just in my head, off the top of my head, basically. And what ends up happening is I'll order some parts that I really didn't need to order as much of. And in other situations, I won't order enough and I have to order more. But that's one of the things that's beneficial about me having all these parts behind me, is it gives me and allows me the ability to make those kind of mistakes. And I have the parts behind me that I can just still keep going right at it. And that's kind of what gives me a bit of an advantage for doing commission jobs for companies, because I already have so many parts on hand that I can just kind of dig into and be able to have at my resources whenever I need them at a moment's notice. Which is very, very helpful, to say the least. And then something else to keep in mind as well. All the commission jobs that I've done so far have only been for corporations, or businesses, and I'm looking at possibly doing one for, well, I'm not going to say nothing because we're still in negotiations, but it would be really nice if I could actually have one that would be publicly displayed. So far, all the displays that I've done are basically private for the company that they were delivered to. Hey, Joseph, no problem. You arrived precisely when you wanted to, my friend. Yes, the one with the teal roller track. Okay, that's the one I thought. To me, that is just... I love that set. And absolutely, Paul said it just like, it's exactly what I mean. It's nobody ever arrives late. You arrive precisely when you wanted to. 1, 2. At least that's my perspective on things. And there's a very important reason why I say that, and it's because I think some people with their channels find it offensive if people don't always come to every stream and all that, and I am not one of those people. I know everybody else has lives, just like I have a life as well, and not everybody can come to every single stream, and I would never in a million years expect everybody to try. I appreciate any and everybody that is willing to support me and come and hang out with me and talk with me, but it is never something that's expected. And hey, Lori, how are you? And so let's do that one there. And this one can go here. Now I need a piece for this. Do a row of bricks here. we can start working on this little window. Yo, there's no place like home. How the heck are you? And I'm doing good, Lori. Lori, thank you so much for asking. How is your build coming along, Lego Homes? I know last time I saw it, it was looking amazing. How much do you think what'll cost, Adam? I'm not sure what that question is. Hey, Lego Joe, how are you? And you are more than welcome, Lori. Lori. No. 4. And throw Flago at you. Oh, I like that, Steve. And how the heck are you, my friend? And Gary Prouser, how are you? And thank you so much for that. He says it's looking great. Let's put this guy here. I'm trying to kind of quickly fly through this. Oh, I understand that, my man. I didn't know you got a new job, though. Congratulations, Lego Homes. That's awesome, Free territory. I don't know why I can't speak today. I am struggling, though. That's probably one of the biggest problems, or one of the 2 biggest problems with any Lego builder. Number 1 is not enough space. Well, actually, one of 3. The problem for every Lego builder is either not enough space, not enough time, and not enough pieces. If you can get past all 3 of those, you are doing something. Thank you, Aaron. He says it's looking so good with the brown windows. I did that, and then I even did the brown downspouts because I thought that might kind of make it look a little better. It was just my feeling anyway. I could have swore that I had made these windows already, and I'm not seeing them. So I will make them right now. Hey, Eccentric Bricks, how you doing? It's the man of the hour, the man that is building me a new Lego table, build table. And I'm still so excited to see how that thing turns out. Oh my God, 1 in the morning? Dude, how are you even awake? I struggle if I stay up that late. I will be the first to admit it. I am horrible. I cannot stay up super late. It just kills me. Keep wanting to roll back, and I don't realize that all my parts are already right next to me. So I can do that. Now, let's run you around the corner. Minimum space for a train loop. I am trying to remember off the top of my head. If I remember correctly, it's 36 inches. So it's 3 10x10s and 3 32x32 plates and 1 16x32 plate. Would be the minimum train loop. Gary says, great to see you learning about some of the unique aspects of the UK houses, such as utility boxes and conservatories. And thank you, Gary. It's been pretty neat building this, I have to say. Something that I have always found interesting on top of like what I'm building right now is it seems to me anyway, with a lot of the things that I've seen, that you guys have a lot of attic space in a lot of different houses. And something else I always thought was really nice is it seems really common to build everything in masonry over there, where as opposed to here in the United States, the preferred building material is wood. And before I go any further, I need to put a different piece here because I got to do my downspout. What was I thinking? I need that. There we go. Now I can put that on. Much better. Gotta have the downspout. There, that gives us that portion of it now. Just making sure it's lined up with the door correctly. Now I gotta build this part back. That's a 1x8. Electrician Free Territory says he's got 3 spare rooms. One for his hamster, one for a laundry room, and a third is the man cave. There you go. Gotta have the man cave. I need, if I'm thinking, use that. That is for another building. Gary says they do have a lot of attic spaces, and the downside is you can always find a lot of junk to fill it up. This is where, if I remember correctly, that instead. So we will do that. Then I have to build it into the wall, so I'm going to have to rip that wall apart. And no. Then I went there. There we go. So now I need that was why I originally didn't use that piece there. Believe that I can do it. Get on there this way. And that should be the roof. Oops, that's an old piece. There we go. Now we're starting to take shape. 6. Two-bedroom apartment. That would be some nice space for a build area. It would definitely be a nice build space. And that trying to make this as rigid as possible for all the roof tiles. And I just want to double check my sizing. And yes, we're good. So now like this piece will go here. Start with a low one here, that one goes there. I should have a 4 gap, and I do. So that's what I was aiming for. So we're good on that aspect. And now what I can do is just start taking these and popping them along. Keep trying to look up to make sure the camera can see what I'm doing. Keep her in the farthest room from your router. That would probably be a good idea, so she don't munch on it. Get up there. Get in my belly. Oop. Nope, I gotta put... There we go. Well, you guys aren't being very chatty. I'm shocked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I like to use colors that I normally wouldn't use or that I don't like in areas that I cannot see, and that is what the pink is about. Because nobody will ever see these particular plates. Thank you, Greg. I appreciate it. Brick World, how the heck are you, my man? And how is the new Lego room coming? I know you've been working hard at trying to get that thing together. Stuffing your face with dinner? I don't blame you. Actually, I should probably go eat myself here in a few minutes. I want to get these roofs done. Oh, I understand that, Joseph. No need to explain. No need for explanation, Lucy. Thank you, Carol. I appreciate that. And I almost messed up because that is supposed to have a center board. Just let me get that set up. For support, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we want to put that there. Put this piece here. Now that we have that, we can start running these pieces, but we're going to put in supports in here. I'll show you what I mean. That's to hold the raised pieces. And there we go. We start dropping these like they're hot. Drop it like it's hot. Joseph, you have to be a paying member to get into my Discord. And since we're talking about it, I offer 3 levels of membership. And with that, it's bronze is $1.99 a month, and that gives you limited access to my Discord group. $4.99 a month is for silver, and that gives you full access to my Discord. And then $19.99 a month is gold, and that gives you full access to my Discord, plus 1 free instruction a month to download. This month's free instruction to download is my security checkpoint. Rita Wilson, I would probably say assembly line style is easier, but part of the reason I'm doing it this way, I'll be perfectly honest, I keep kind of changing things and getting different ideas as I go along. And because I keep kind of swapping stuff out, I keep changing stuff up, and that's the only reason I'm quite honestly doing it the way that I'm doing it. And I know it probably looks a little goofy for me to do it this way. I will be the first to admit that. That's got that. Oh, I need that piece. Take care, Dave. Totally understand. Because like I said, I'm going to be leaving in a minute myself. Because I need to get dinner also. One thing I will say though, Rita, is part of the reason I'm doing it like this is number one, it's to be live, to interact with everybody so they can kind of see how it goes together. But number two, it is quite simply so if anybody really wanted to sit and watch all the live streams, they could figure out how to put it together as well. So if you're watching the streams, it supports my channel, or you can buy the instructions and it supports my channel, is kind of how I look at it. And another bag of parts bites the dust. Yes, I will be just a few more minutes, and what I'm going to do is I will be logging off to go get a break and something to eat, and then I will probably come back on for several hours again, and then that'll be it for the night. So I'm trying to, while I'm off, because I don't go back to work till Monday, I'm trying to continue to stream as much as I can before I go back to work. That's my main goal anyway. Because once I go back to work, the streaming falls, videos fall, all that good stuff, unfortunately. It's hard to work a full-time job and do YouTube at the same time, let me tell you. But I am persistently trying to do it. I keep hoping that at some point it will definitely pay off. Yes, I do have the coolest wife ever. You are absolutely correct in saying that, Jim. She's very understanding. My wife knows, because, I mean, keep in mind, Me and my wife have been married for, God, how many years is it now? This is 2022. 24. We have been married for 24. We got married in 90. Oh, wait a minute. We bought our house in 96 and then we got married. We got married in 98. So yeah, 24 years. But I have, and believe it or not, with age, I have slowed down. But I have always been the type of person that just, I've never been one to sit still. Some people would call it ADHD, whatever you want to call it. I have to be doing something. It's, I'll give you an example. Earlier today I was trying to relax and we happened to walk outside, and when I walked outside, first thing I see is that there's some ice on the driveway. So in my head that means I gotta go grab a shovel and I gotta start shoveling the ice off the driveway. That's just how I work. I can't, I don't know how to sit down and relax is my thing, and it helps me to constantly be doing something. And I don't want to live at work. I don't want to be at work all day, every day. So this gives me a really good way of releasing energy, so to speak. And the wife understands that and knows that I need it. So again, I do have the perfect wife, yes. Hello, Love Babito, Honey and Lego, hello, Lori. Jim G says, I bet it, oh, I already read that. Lori says, I would like to be a member, but I don't understand very good English. It's too bad because I like your creations. And Lori, we actually have quite a few members that don't speak very good English. Speaking English is not required. Honestly, if you even spoke in your native tongue, it might be broken up, but I can usually translate on Google Translates because then I can copy and paste it. So my point is, if you wanted to become a member, everybody's very tolerant of other languages because we do have a couple different people and a couple different languages being spoke in the servers. Some people speak stuff fluently. I can't barely speak English, but good night, Gary, and I hope you have a good one, my friend. And Ray Gilbers, how are you, my friend? Aaron says being motivated is the best thing. I don't know that it's necessarily being motivated. It's just I have a ton of nervous energy. Because my wife is always telling me I need to, go sit down, relax, whatever, and I don't know how. I just really don't know how. Yes, I am on the third house, trying to get that into view. And I actually even have the outside done on the first house. So I have made a lot of progress, to say the least. And now I need, what do I need? I need my mind. My mind would be nice. Yes. That. That. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then sometimes I will say it can be a blessing and a curse to want to always be busy. The problem, and the reason that I say that is it's hard to shut the mind off, and when you want to go to sleep, the mind doesn't necessarily want to shut off, unfortunately. Now let's do another run of plates. Take care, Rob, and we will see you later, my friend. Oh, absolutely. Kids being, because my youngest now is 15, so that absolutely helps with my Lego time. I totally agree with you, my friend. And I feel like I am messing up here. It's because I am messing up here. These got to be bigger. Bigger. We need to be bigger. We got to have these. No. I know what I'm doing wrong. These are supposed to be 1x8s. And then this. This is all wrong. And I'm still doing it on the wrong piece. Now we're cooking. Two 2x6s. Philippe says back from lurk mode. Lori says full access. Full access is the gold membership, which gives you Discord and the free instruction once a month. If that's what you're meaning. $1.99 gets you into Discord, so just get you into Discord so you're able to chat. $4.99 gives you full access to Discord. I always call my $4.99 membership the biggest bang for the buck, and I say that because it gives you every single channel that's in my Discord channel, and it doesn't cost that much. So if that's what you mean by full access, that would be silver as far as full access to Discord. Now I need the 1x1s. And Donna Scott has exactly the meaning, yes. In Discord, because I know a lot of people, it always surprises me, a lot of people don't know what Discord is. And as Greg just said, yes, it is a chat server. I guess it's kind of like Messenger for Facebook would be a good way to kind of look at it, put it. I don't really use Facebook myself anymore, though. And we'll just let that piece roll away. I use it for advertising my YouTube, but that's about the only thing that I use Facebook for. Everybody should take it. It's worth the bugs. Is that what you're saying, Ray? CC says, pizza's here. I'll be back. Now that you're saying pizza, I'm hungry. I'm really getting hungry now. What time is it? 7:40. Let me finish this, and then I think I'm going to take a small intermission. And there's the dinner bell. Let me try and flip these last few pieces. Come on, come on. 1, 2. 3. Okay. I am going to take a short intermission, guys. I should be back here in roughly a half an hour, and we will finish this guy up, and then we'll start on the next building, because again, we've got 3 of the privet drives going. I need to get the fencing in here. I need to get some landscaping, so on and so forth. I'm not going to worry about some of it though until I actually get some lights that I just ordered from Blinky Bricks. The boss has a message. But anyway, let me roll that beautiful bean footage here real quickly, guys, because I love to give everybody credit that supports the stream, as that is a huge help, and I really do appreciate any and everybody that donates, because any and every amount is truly a help. And I want to start by saying a very special thank you to Brick Sargent, Paul Bott, Bree Tucker, Ronnie Cassels, and Ian Svanlazen, and I hope I know I'm butchering that, and I really apologize for that. But anyway, though, I will be back in about 30 minutes, so give me a quick 30-minute intermission. Let me get something to eat, and look for me again at about 8:15. I will be live again. So anyway, as always, thank you for coming to Bevan's Bricks. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share below, and hopefully we'll see you guys next time. I'm Bevan's Bricks. Take care, everybody, and see you either in the next stream or tomorrow.